it's about time we actually do something about it. Cause I'm tired of us being in a situation of always at the bottom. We truly gotta come together as a community. Well, hold on, right? That's really what we is. Hold on. Hey, excuse me, family. Hey, quick question, right? What would you change about the black community?
This is too long of a question.
What you mean it's too long? It was
like just pick one thing.
Just something that you can change. Like it could be the hatred we have amongst each other, the way we act with each other, how we be grimy, or the lack of love. Like
promoting like self-derogatory type music.
Yeah.
Like,
so I like that.
You know, like talking shit about ourselves.
Yeah. What we promote and our leadership. I think we don't have enough leaders.
I like those slams. I like those slams. Plus, I see y'all enjoying your day. I just want to take like a few seconds, because I mean, the only way our community is going to get better is we actually address issues. And let's be honest, the generation above us ain't doing nothing for us right now. So it's on us to get right.
Right.
So, like, what do y'all believe? Do y'all believe in the Bible? Like, what are y'all?
Yeah,
We believe in the Bible. I'm more of a universalist. I don't believe in religion, but I believe in God.
See, I would say, like, I don't believe in quote-unquote religion either, because if you break the word down, the etymology of the word, it means pretty much to bind your mind.
Yeah. Okay.
That's for real.
Are you not from a group?
I'm from this group right here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. You look familiar, like from like you not related to somebody famous?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you is. You know your people's from baby, I promise to you. So is that your people?
Yeah.
I knew it. Oh my God, is that your daddy?
Yeah, it's me. All right, come on now.
You a legend. You a legend. Like, I just need you to know that. This is how we stop so I can acknowledge this the alignment. You a legend. You a legend. Like, I just need you to know that. This is how we stop so I can acknowledge this the alignment. You a legend. Like, I was just listening to you 2 days ago.
Well, don't stop now, but let that man finish.
Okay. You a legend. Like, I was just listening to you 2 days ago.
Well, don't stop now, but let that man finish.
Okay. A legend. Like, I was just listening to you 2 days ago.
Well, don't stop now, but let that man finish.
Okay.
I understand. You have like a YouTube or something? I can give you like the
Yeah.
information. And just give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Right?
Yeah.
Well, no, make it simple. Ecclesiastes.
Okay.
12 and 13. I'm gonna type the name. You said what's the movement?
Yeah.
We're part of an organization called Sicarii.
What?
Sicarii. That's what the name is.
Sicarii. Okay.
We're letting our people know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're the Israelites of the Bible. The Bible's not a book for everybody. It's our book. And we got to come back to our God. The God of the Bible is not for everybody. It's for us. And the reason we on bottom right now is because we in timeout. Because we disobeyed our God. You the ones, quote-unquote, ruling the world.
That's right.
Okay. So where we follow, where's that? So where we follow, where's that?
Yep.
Boom.
I just subscribe.
Let me subscribe to.
Yep.
Boom.
I just subscribe.
Let me subscribe to.
Yep.
Boom.
I just subscribe.
Let me subscribe to.
Yep.
Boom.
I just subscribe.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you other elders and brethren, you fellow believers of this truth. Okay, even you sisters, all you supporters of this ministry, and shalom to the elect. Okay, so I'm going to go into commentary in this video, and some of us may have different responses because of the scenario, the situation. This man, Brian Casey, okay, he's originally with the group, old R&B group, I think in the 90s or early 2000s or whatever. I remember listening to him some years ago in his group Jagged Edge. Now, of course, there's going to be different opinions. Now, I would more likely go in on this woman, but this woman doesn't know, right? Nor does this Jake. Now, this Jake, is so-called black men. When women do things like this, all these red pill gurus tell us that we're supposed to stand and be secure and don't let a woman show weakness, right? But you have to know that there's nothing secure here in Babylon. Your job isn't secure, right? Your salvation isn't secure. There's nothing. You damn sure your wife, your wife is not secure, okay? So there's a reason why in the Bible it says what you're supposed to do in order. Now, what I do blame a lot of this is the Sicarii. They know, and they just blatantly just looked at this as a form of godly idol worship, right? That's what I saw, right? This woman, she left the hands of her husband. She was starstrucken. And some of you might say, well, he's in the truth, right? This may be a good thing. This woman, she pulled out her phone. It was all about her and connecting, mentally, right, with this singer. Most women, as little girls, they're all entrapped in the mindset of being with someone famous. So they listen to these groups, they listen to these artists, they look at television, they look at the sports, they look at the basketball players, the football players, the track runners, whoever's popular. And that's who they want to be with. Right? And this is why a lot of Israelites are now making a name for themselves, and women want to be with them. And this is why they shun us and say bad things about Great Millstone, that so the women don't like us. But women follow us anyway. So, I blame this on them. The first thing, the head brother, I don't know how long this Jake, Brian Casey's been in the truth, but the head brother, or the guy the Jake that was speaking, right, he kind of rolled along with it. And I'll get some scriptures. You're supposed to, starting off, you're supposed to teach this truth and get everything back in order. And if this woman's going to be speaking over the man, which they should have been dealing with the husband, you should be telling, her to get back in order. She doesn't know, that's what I'm saying, but to get in order. So anyway, we're going to go to Ephesians 5. These are scriptures should have been read, because to fix the so-called community, now we have to elect, but I'm saying according to their doctrine, you must put things in order, right? Ephesians 5:21, it says, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, right? Wives, submit to unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. These are the things that are supposed to be taught. Now, when we get women come up to us and they come in groves, and I believe yesterday we was speaking on the responsibilities and what Jake is supposed to do, the woman was all with it. But the minute I brought out the fact through the Spirit what a woman's supposed to do when it comes to her husband, they took off and ran down the street. See, we're not after that, man. You remember when Yahushua got the fish and the loaves, and the people came for the loaves? This is all it's for, man. People are coming to entertainment. And this is my perspective on it. Other brothers may have different perspectives on it. She flipped out her phone with no hesitation. The brother, her husband, he had the phone. He subscribed. Wasn't that good enough? They were supposed to be like, well, look, you got to learn under your husband. But, this man is, you see the long hair. You see his attire. You see his mannerisms. He don't have it. And he's the alpha females, right, if you want to call it that. She understands this. This is why he wasn't as important. The whole time, she never really looked at him, at her husband. He was just latching on, holding her hands. And then when she found out who this brother was, a famous singer, she just let go his hands. So, which means he don't have anything in any kind of order. And then the women will say, see, you're insecure. Let's look up this word subjection. It means obedience, meaning to obey, to submission, submit to order. Servitude, which goes, when you go to the word servitude, it's a form of slavery. Bondage. This is what the online etymology says, right? And then you got people today that say, see, it was misogyny. Well, how's it working out for you? The Eves walking around with wearing whatever they want to wear, usurping their authority over men. Yeah, STDs is the highest and alarming rate, right? More Eves with the body counts on high levels. It's all out of control, right? And then his brother says, the generation over us has failed us. And that's absolutely true. But according to the Bible, you are now of the, understand the truth. And the Lord is the one who set all this up. Okay? So now you have to take responsibility. I say, what about this generation? They found out to come out of that Christian church, but they're still lost. Anyway, the state of being under the dominion of another. So now if this brother, the husband don't say, he doesn't put forth the effort from the beginning to say, this is what I expect, I'm your Lord. Right? Well, let's get that real quick. In case people don't want to understand that. Let me see if I can find that scripture. I think it's 1 Peter 3:6. It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, and as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. Now, again, this is no hatred for the brother from Jagged Edge. What I'm seeing is a high level of disrespect on both ends. But I hold the accountable Sicarii, and the leader who was speaking, he was just as excited as the damn woman when I saw it, It's like he's excited over like adultery type, spiritual, I would say mental, mindly adultery. You know what I'm saying? Not in adultery in the spirit, so to speak. He was excited that he's pushing with something. And then the brother on the end, he's turning around smiling. This is no laughing matter. Right? This is no laughing matter. You're dealing with the fear of the Lord. Now, the scripture says you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Now, this is a brother that was, hopefully the brother gets it, that was, hand let go and kind of pushed off. Maybe he'll get it. Or maybe she'll get it and then tell him, you have to lead. I don't know. But I do know this doesn't look good, man. This doesn't look good at all. So even as Sarah obeying Abraham, calling him Lord. So if a brother doesn't stand up and act as a leader or a Lord, how can this woman call him a Lord? This is why we must get out of here. This is why we actually, Proverbs 8:4, I think, O ye men I call. This is why we go to the men of Israel, right? This is why we go to the men, the elect men, by the way. These groups teach about the nation and waking up all people, all manner of people. No, of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, of course. Right? It says, this is Exodus 22:20, whosoever sacrificed to any god other than the Lord alone shall be devoted to destruction. Again, I have more of a problem with the Israelites than on the right that you see than the couple on the left. Right? They aided in the sacrifice of everything, and they might say, well, hey, it was nothing wrong. The woman just came up and she wanted to know, and maybe something good can come out of it. But now is the chance to set everything straight. This woman was supposed to be quiet. She was supposed to stay in the back, and they were supposed to address that husband. Now, I'm not saying in some instances everything varies and different. If you're trying to use the guile and You know what I'm saying? You're trying to be strategic or tactical, but it's supposed to eventually, they supposed to constantly ask the husband, hey, such and such, what do you think? What of that? And when his woman step up and say this, he could have even said, no, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Being humble about it. He could have said, no, that ain't me. But you got to understand, too, when you think of Jake like this, they witness a whole lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? You know, they received a whole lot of attention, a lot of fan base, and they'll miss that. So it's kind of hard for them to switch that off. That's why the scriptures tell you to put off the old man and put on the new man, which tells you that a lot of us still have things on us, which is true. But the first thing he should have did is push the envelope of her referencing her husband more than himself. That's your Lord. That's your man. And he says, don't stop listening. So in this woman's psyche, she's thinking, whenever she hears this song now, what man you think she gonna think about? I remember years ago, and I like to tell these little short stories. There was a whole bunch of Jakes used to come up to me and tell me, and I don't think anything absolutely wrong with it, but I always had an issue with it. They always tell you to put on a particular song to put your woman in the mood. I was always kind of against that, but hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But the psyche of women is like, now when she hear this song, who do you think she gonna think about? She should be thinking about you. I'm just saying. I heard women say that out of their own mouth, man. I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with musicians. I think Jagged Edge was a pretty good group. I actually kind of liked the group. You know, I didn't think they was a bad group. I think they sung pretty well. But, you know, we have to separate that from this truth. So anyway, it goes on to say submission, subjugation, inferior condition. And this is what must been taught. This is what should be taught. Now, you know, in the beginning, you can't. Now, again, this group doesn't believe everything the letters of Paul say, so I don't. Maybe they believe that part when it says it also saith the law, you know, but there's maybe some things that they don't believe in. But this is definitely, if there was someone famous in our group like this, the first thing we would put him on with is when these women come up, they're gonna try to play on you, and so forth and so on. You know, keep it spiritual. Anyway, subjugation says position of something under someone. So we can clearly see this is not happening because this Eve is over to Jake. He's just lost, man. He don't know what to think. He's got a smile on his face, and he'll probably praise along with her, and her praising, right? So there was just so much wrong with that. She just let his hands go, and then went on and did whatever she wanted to do. She was starstrucken. This also proves that the Lord is going to elevate his elect thousands of times more famous than that. So you can imagine. But the difference is when the elect is raised and become famous, it'll all be in order. Right? All of us will have this is why the scripture says you'll be in want of all things. By the time the Lord set his elect on top, that's not going to be the case. The women are going to want the men of the Lord. The women are going to be famous. Want the men that's famous. This is why you got groups in the Bishop Nathaniel and the GLCC. This is all entertainment and fame. I was looking at some of the Passover. I may do a video on it again, where they were spinning around and riding on horses, and the woman was jumping and praising. The rappers singing, the women are praising these men. Now, meanwhile, these women got husbands in the audience. I have no idea how these husbands would sit there and allow this situation to go forth, committing adultery in the mind. Her focus and attention is supposed to be on you. You're her Lord. And that's what this man and this couple didn't know. And that's what these brothers should have been straight off the gate on that woman, whether she want to hear or forbear, should have been at that Jake telling him what was going on, and through the church, so to speak, although they not crossed over, just teaching the right doctrine. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.